it's a new topic. Yes, that's a new day, Mother's Day. And that's the day that I said happy Mother's Day to all mothers in the world. We know. And I know if you don't have children yet, you don't have a child, you will appreciate your mommy until you become one. You will know how hard she works to protect you, to provide for you, to support you, to love you, to be caring. And keep, I know it's not easy being a mother, but continue to do the good work, ladies. Okay, today I'm going to try to speak about this man. I said, how do you say? Good condolence to all his family, especially his mother, because it's a tough time right now for anyone who loses a child. You know, no parents want to lose a child. Um, it's been a long time I don't go on internet, and when I read that on Google on the news, and I said, oh, let me see what's going on. And I went to TikTok and Facebook. Oh my God, they speak only about this man. One thing that I've learned about Kevin situation, I've learned that you have to choose your words really wisely. And if you are more than 30 or more than 26, I do believe you have enough experience, enough life experience to learn how to be humble and not just judging people and trying to put people down to build your self esteem. Whatever issue you've been dealing with, it's better that you search for help, or I don't know, do something that can better yourself than just throw your rage into, especially into your own. It's sad. I hate talking about black women and white black men, because it's almost like something between us. But black men, we do have, you guys need to do better. The reason why I said we have to do better, because I do believe a lot, like 80% of black men, they focus is on destroying their own sisters, is by talking negatively about their sisters. They think that's what's gonna make them feel good. Let me tell you something. By destroying your own family, by talking bad about your own, will not help you grow, will not help your community. Instead, you are just you putting your sister down, you putting your family down and thinking, oh, that's a good thing. No. And if you're dealing with whatever issues, it's better that you search for help, search for therapists, find something, spending time with God, and this probably will help you. But not because you have a bad experience, that's mean you have to turn against every woman because you had a bad experience with one woman or two women, or even if it was 50 women. That doesn't mean all black women are like that. Because I have one bad experience with black men that I think, oh, I will never date black men anymore. All black men are the same, and I would just speak bad about black men. That is bad. That is really, really bad. And this is one thing that really link in her community, in the United States especially. It's always black men against black women. This man take his time. He made a living by bashing his own sisters, by saying that single women, we are nothing, we are bad, we left over, and by calling people who is heavy, ugly, fat, and they don't know how to take care of themselves. Nobody wants them. If, like, there was nothing that listening to this man, I said, wow, he remind me of my ex-husband. I'm sorry, but he remind me of my ex-husband. And that's why I want to speak about that. I want you to understand that going to school or being rich, that doesn't make you a high value person, because this man was speaking about high value. What he considers as a high value person is someone who make good money and have a school education. This doesn't make you a high value if you didn't have a good family education, if you didn't have a strong relationship with your family, you values family, you respect people, you have what they call integrity, you have self-respect, and you have respect for others, you caring for humanity, you know, you're a good person. And it's so easy to just get money, go to school, learn a degree and make good money, and we still the same. We're still the same person. We never change because school will not take the time to change what your parents supposed to do for you. Those things, that's things that we should teach our children how to be a better person. Not going to school or money will not change the person that you're supposed to be. Those things money cannot give it to you. Money will teach you how to be, I don't know, how to carry yourself. Money don't teach you that. He give you pass to buy whatever you want, to travel, to experience things. But if you are a closed-minded person, that doesn't mean you're gonna be you will experience. Some people has money, they just think having money is just building a big house. They never travel, they don't even know any culture. They stuck in their mind, and they just uh, buying cars, showing off, having plenty women, and speaking down about their own community instead of helping, right? So that's something that I want to say, and I am not happy about this man die at all, because one thing that I realized about this man, I know he was dealing with something very deep, and that's why I want to tell you guys, whatever you're dealing with, it's better that you speak up or search for somebody. I used my friend for therapy when I needed help, when I was dealing into this nonsense, when I was dealing with into when I left my ex-husband and he was using my children against me. My daughter was less than 2 years old. He kept her, I couldn't see her. I had to speak with my friend all the time. Sometimes you can't afford therapy, you have to get someone who will be able to listen to you. And that's when you turn against your own. You become envy, you become upset, you become angry at everyone. You think everybody is the same. No. And that's one thing we're dealing with in her community. The rage, we sharing the rage to everyone. We think everyone is mean. We think all black women is bad, all black women uh, uh, um is evil. They want to destroy their family. And one thing that I want to tell you also, this is the time for us in a community to really take responsibility. Stop blaming others and stop focus on the toxic and on this toxic. Stop focus on the negativity, because we are in 2022. We've been dealing with that forever. This is the time to take a stand and say enough is enough. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to better myself. I don't care what others saying. I will focus on my healing. I might don't have the money, but I will focus on my healing. I will need my peace. I need to know where I am. I need to know who I am. I need to know who I am. Instead of wasting my time putting people down to make me feel good when I don't even know who I am. I'm sharing messages and sharing things make people feel good and think I'm a good person, but I don't even take those messages for me. I don't apply them in my life. And that's what this man was doing. And we have two black men who used to speak on internet. One always speak good about women, how women, we are queen, we are this, we are that. Men not supposed to speak to abuse men. He was speaking good about women, but he wasn't doing the same for his wife. Right? He was cheating on his wife. He wasn't a good husband, and they find out. And this man again, he was the opposite. Look at how he died. He died by he has two failed marriages. Apparently, there's domestic violence in one. He didn't pay child support for his children. He was just on internet, so angry, bashing women, bashing his own people, and thinking, oh, that's how I can change. That's how I want us to win. And people call him Godfather. He is a leader. You guys need to learn what is a leader. Leaders are not followers. Leaders are not dictator. Leaders don't use dictatorship. Leaders don't use dictatorship to make people follow them. Leaders don't even need people to follow them. People follow them naturally because they were born to lead. They were born to lead. They have something inside of them that attract people. They don't need to use the oppression. They don't need to use bad words, abuse to make people follow them. When you are in a situation you feel the need to put others down, to speak bad about people, to always calling people names, to use bad words in order for you to feel like a leader, this is not a leader. This is a dictator. That's why in Russia they're having this issue, because they are dealing with a dictator. And we see what dictators do. Usually they never ever help. What do? They put oppression. They force people to do things the people they don't want to do. And We tired about that. I think black women are tired dealing with her brothers. And to be honest with you, black women loves black men. We heard it all the time into the news, into on social media, how we are bad, how we are not good, how we are bad mother, how we are fat, how we are ugly, how we don't know how to keep a man. And we're still there. We are still there. We don't focus on the negativity. We try our best. We always protect men. We always protect our brothers. We do whatever we can do to protect our family. And I never heard another race than black men always calling their sister ugly, bad, fat, bad woman, bad wife, bad mother, bad this. I don't hear that with Asian. I don't hear that with white. I don't hear that with Spanish, Arabic. Black men are the only race that always need the need to put their sisters down in order for them to feel good. And I want to tell you, if you don't appreciate your own, nobody will appreciate you. By you looking down on your sister, don't think people are going to respect you. They're not looking at you. You think you feel good. You're a different type of black, but you're still the same. We come. This is something that I hate talking about, but I am just so tired about it because I'm living it. I am living it. And those men, they are so blinded. And I want to tell you, I was married to that man. And that's why I always talk education, school education, institutional education doesn't make you a good person if you didn't have a good foundation from family. If you don't know what is family values, if you don't have respect, you don't have integrity, you don't have love. Love is the thing that can heal you from anything. If your parents never teach you how to love, how to forgive, you just have this thing inside of you. When somebody did something to you, you just want to destroy everyone. You keep this person in your heart. You don't know how to forgive. You just hold on thing. You will never be a better person. You might have the money, but you will never be able to grow and advance and just live free in peace. And I'm dealing with someone right now. Since 2018, we've been dealing with a divorce. Divorce is over. He goes in court every day fighting me. He wants full custody. Now the man has 2 clinics. He wants to put me on child support. You know what? Because he focused on destroying me. And I'm gonna tell you, you always talk about your community. If you are focusing on destroying your own and you want your community to grow, how evil can it be? How can you help your community when you're destroying the mother of your children? When you're destroying your sister? When you destroy the mother of your child, you know what you destroy? You are able to destroy your children's lives. And a lot of us, we don't understand that. We don't understand it. Stop putting oppression as leadership. Leader doesn't need to oppress people. Whenever you are married to a woman, you think in order for the woman to respect you, you have to put your hands on her. You have to call her names. You have to abuse her emotionally in order for you to feel like you're a man. There's an issue. And when you destroy this woman's heart, you hurt her so deep, and she decided one day to no longer deal with this situation, said, okay, I move on. But that woman, instead of putting you into trouble, into drama, lock you down, she understand you are her brother. She protected you. She just walk away and leave you alone with no drama. But guess what? Who the hell she is will just leave me alone? You go after her and trying to destroy her. And you're the same man who is upset, angry, putting your suit on, putting your thing on, acting with your big cars, but inside you're so broken, you're so hurt, you're so destroyed. You're just upset at everyone. You don't even know what you want in life. You don't even know who you are. You don't know what is love. You just focus on toxic and destruction of family. In the Bible, it said it. The man is the head of the home. I can tell you a lot of times we have to be the head now. God didn't create a woman to be the head of the home. We come to help you, right? Women come to the relationship to help. We didn't come to just take over. But let me tell you something. When you are a man, you cannot be a leader. The woman gonna take over. And when you cannot lead a family, you think by putting your hands on her, you're gonna be the leader. She will take over, and that's what happened. Because when you cannot control, you cannot protect. Women need protection. Family needs protection. Children need protection. When you can stay in front of your children, calling your wife stupid, calling your wife name, put your hands on your wife, in front of your children, you're teaching your children how to abuse the next person, and this is what we call generation curse. We kept talking about it, but we're showing the opposite. We keep doing the same and the same and the same thing. With the same people who own degree, but we refuse to go to therapy. With the same people who call ourselves doctors, but we so hurt. We more destroy. We need more help than our patients. But we earning a degree to be a doctor. I'm talking like that because I want to tell you, this is the time to wake up. This is the time to stop blaming black women, black men. This is the time to really take responsibility for her actions. Stop the blaming thing. Stop trying to destroy another person. You didn't put people into the world. You will not be able to destroy nobody. And I always tell, when people trying to destroy me, I'm just sitting there and let God fight for me. Just sit. You see how this man taking his time, calling his sister's name, calling them fat. He thinks and when those women calling him too, I am so upset. I'm like, why those women calling this man to ask him home, to give them a number? You are 5, you are 2. Oh, you are low class, you are high class. You don't have this, you don't have that. No man will touch you. Who he is he God? Even me, I don't know my destiny. God knows my destiny. Stop asking people about your future. And that's why I want to tell you people, this is the time to spend time with yourself to know who you are. Stop wasting your energy on other people trying to know who they are. As long that you don't know who you are, you will never ever be in peace, because you're going to keep asking people for who I am. You're looking for things that you're supposed to have or get it from God or your parents. And sometimes your own parents cannot even give it to you. You have to understand there's a higher power here. You can ask things you didn't get from your parents and you will be okay. I have to speak about that because I have to speak it. Because in her community, in the United States, we're dealing with so much oppression. And one thing that I can tell you, I feel like black men, they focus on the destruction of their family. I don't want to say all of you. When I'm speaking, be careful. Majority of you. You guys carry so much hate into your heart. You carry so much hate into your heart. Not all of you. My dad was a great dad. I know good black men in my life, but I'm talking about a lot of you. When a woman cannot deal with your nonsense, you turn out against a woman to destroy her. I was fighting this man. I wasn't even fighting him. This man raised his hand on me, destroy my clothes, break my heels, put me to cut all my hair in my head, and I become like this, so skinny. This man calling me names morning to night. This man was abusive in front of his mother, destroy my clothes on me in front of his mother. You know one thing, for one reason I didn't take this man to the jail. I said, wow, this is the father of my children. God, how I put myself into this situation. I didn't know this man was an evil spirit. And I see what's going on to the US, how they're killing black men for no reason. I said, I don't want to put my brother into this situation. I walk away. This man went after me till now. He's fighting me in court like I owe him something. He wants to destroy me. He told me, he said, I'm going to break you. You don't know Nigerian men. And it's not a Nigerian man. It is a cultural thing. It is something that we've been dealing forever. This is the thing that we were raised to be. And let me tell you something. Slavery, it's over. The way they used to rape your wife in front of you, you couldn't say anything. They used to abuse you. It's no longer there. You have to remove this mentality. Stop put your own sister as a slave. You're talking about how slavery was bad, but you're doing exactly the same thing to your own family, to your own sisters. to your own children. When they cannot abuse the women anymore, they turn out against their own children, their own blood. They're beating their children. They abuse their children. And if we don't stop this thing, we will always be these low class people. We will always be these hungry people. We will always be these people who's walking with so much hate into our heart. We are upset at everyone because we don't want to take responsibility. We want to blame everyone into the world. Everyone. We hurt somebody, we don't even know how to say I'm sorry. Instead, we get more upset than the person hire a lawyer and trying to kill her, trying to destroy her, trying to fight her in court. Instead of just be the bigger person, because it's all about power, control and power. And that's what dictators do. They don't think about peace. They think about destruction. And karma really exists. I don't know if you heard this man. He's focused, another man that he got killed from another white woman. He's a Nigerian man. He always speak about how black women this, he will never date black women. They say they don't know. His girlfriend killed him in Florida. You know why I'm saying that? I've learned by my own. You have to be honest with yourself. I've learned by my own, even with friend. If a friend used to do something to me, I speak bad about her, I learn. As an age, if you are more than 26, 25, you should have enough experience to know to be careful words that coming out in your mouth. And if you do, we are flesh and blood. We're not close to God. We're not even a little close to God. We're gonna make mistake. But just knowing that what I did is wrong, just knowing that I'm not supposed to do that, and ask for forgiveness. Ask for forgiveness. Not trying to just be upset at everyone, destroying everyone. Focus on destruction of your family. You just focus on destroying your wife, your ex-wife, the mother of your children. And I'm taking an example of mine, but I know a lot of people dealing with the same thing. When you are no longer with someone, if you have children with them, if they win, you win too. You know why? Because your children going to be in a better place. And that's what we call generation blessed, not generation curse. When you focus on destroying this person, that your blood, her blood is in your child blood. She is connected forever with your own children, sharing the same babies. But all you want to do, no, you're not eating cereals. All you want to do is destroying her. What are you doing? You're destroying your children too. You are destroying your children. Oh, this thing is so hard. Getting it? It's super hard. You are destroying your children. But we don't understand that. We really don't understand it. And it's funny. I'm going to tell you something. It's funny how black men, they try to put black women against white women against black women. And I want to tell you, women, this is the time to take the high road. Don't put you into this nonsense situation. My ex-husband really tried hard to do that to me. But I didn't allow it to happen. I said, God, I know there's good people in any ways. In the school that my children were going, there's a white lady, there are two white ladies, the owner of the school, the director of the school. He put them against me. Till now, they are my enemies. But I didn't go after them to say, oh, white women are evil. Because there's some time, I have friends in different ways. And I have white women who help me more than my sisters. So I will not allow someone who is evil, who hurt everyone, to put me against another race. And instead of manipulating a situation, lying, trying to get a networking to make somebody else's life Thank you, my love. Thank you. Trying to make another person against each other. It's time right now we learn how to forgive. We learn how to be the bigger person. We learn how to go. We accept when people tell us no. Sometimes you make a mistake, the mistake will cost you forever. So if you have a good woman, you didn't know she was a good woman, and she decided to no longer come back to you, you cannot be upset. You have to understand that you make a mistake, and sometimes a mistake can cost you forever, and move on. And I was with this man, even I'm no longer with him. He doesn't pay child support. It's been over 4 years. He doesn't pay anything. He has those cars. He has this big house. He has this clinic. He's calling him Dr. Wally, like he is something. But this is the same man who was abusing me. This is the same man who doesn't respect his mother. This is the same man who's speaking bad about his black brothers. This is the same man who is putting white people against black people. And I'm talking about personal experience, okay? I'm not somebody who's speaking like, oh, because Kevin things happen. But I am tired because I'm living it. I am tired to see her own destroying their own family, and they are the one, because they have money, they have the networking, and people like, oh, black women did that to them. I've been there, BJ. I've been praying. I've been praying. No, you're not coming there. You are coming.
Okay, Mom.
So, I've been there. Thank you, my love. So, this is the same people who get upset at us. You know, one thing I can tell you about black women is we have what we call resilience. When you don't used to have everything easy, so you become strong naturally. You become naturally a fighter without even knowing it, because you don't used to have everything easy. So things that they can do with others, they cannot do it to us. And it doesn't matter they have the money, they try to control us with the money. They can't do it because we hard working women. We don't have no issues to start from the battle instead of dealing with the nonsense. For me, as a Haitian woman, I know that because my parents taught me, your 50 cents is your 15 cents. Don't wait on a man to give you everything that you want. Because the day that the man doesn't want you, he can just throw you away. And when you have this personality, this integrity, this self-respect for yourself, if you're dealing with a nonsense man, he's going to want to destroy you. Yes. He's going to really, really want to destroy you. And that's one thing I want to tell women. We no longer in late years that women don't work, or I want to tell you, it doesn't matter your husband has a business, your husband is this, he loves you so much. If you, even you're at home, if you can create a little business, make some money, because I've learned that the hard way. I can tell you the reason why that I'm not, like, I've been to so much because of this divorce. This divorce is the best thing that could happen in my life, and also is the worst thing, because this divorce taught me life. This divorce taught me to be a humble person, to be appreciative of life, to be forgiving, to be more loving, to be more caring, to be more caring for the humanity, for my community, for everything in life, not judging people by their skin color or whatever they've been going through. I love people the way that they are, because of the thing that I never thought that I could, this person will do to me. I was a stay-at-home mom. I was supporting this man, cooking, cleaning, taking care of his children, of our children, taking care of him. Even him, he always showing off. Oh, my wife is this, my wife is that. He has a good one. He's showing off, but he never treating me right at home. And this man on the back, behind of the scene, he was the worst man ever. And when we go outside, it was almost like a movie. Oh, my wife showing, this is my wife, this is it. But at home, you are a shitty wife. You are this, you are that. When somebody kept calling you names in front of your children, and I remember one thing he should never say. My son was only 3 years old. He went to my son's face. Why you kept coming out?
Can you help me to go to YouTube?
No, you cannot go to YouTube like that. One, you connected, Tatan. I don't know. You don't have YouTube on your thing.
No, it said like to update.
I don't know. Every time I do update, it doesn't go. I don't know what's going on.
We're gonna have a computer there.
No, Tatan. Um, one thing that I know. Close the door behind you, my love. One thing that I know. That I know. He did. I said I will leave this man. My son was only 2 years old. He had an argument with me. He goes to my son's face. He said, "Your mother is a fucking stupid." This is the same man who earned a degree, who opened a 2 clinics taking care of patients that they have respect for him. This is the same man who's complaining that black women doesn't know how to respect black men. Black women doesn't know how to be a wife. This is the same man who take all his energy, all his brokenness. I don't know, as a childhood, what he'd been through, to destroy his family, to destroy and trying to destroy his ex-wife. This is the same man who is angry, and I'm sure who is dealing with so much mental ill, but refuse to get therapy, refuse to search for help. Instead, he's focusing, wasting money into a lawyer to fight nonsense for him. Yes, I know I didn't deserve it, but unfortunately, sometimes you make bad decision and you have to deal with it. This is the same person, and when he's in court, he is there acting everything is perfect. And to be honest with you, we are tired dealing with this type of people. We are tired in our community. We are tired. We have so much mental people who needs help. They refuse to search for help. Instead of searching for help, you know what they're doing? They go and destroying their own family. I remember in 2015, my ex-husband filed for divorce. He started, and this man was so destructive over me. I didn't know what to do. I thought that I was in a movie when I just gave birth. He would just call me names. I was bleeding. I almost died. Now I want to speak about it because I really want to put his name there, because I do believe people who've been to abuse, when we keep things, one thing that I've learned about her community as a black woman, we protect crimes, and that's why we're still dealing with crimes. If we were open enough to speak up, everything that we're dealing right now, we will not continue dealing with it. And that's what happened to me, because her parents taught us a way, oh, don't do bad to others. But why people have the right to do bad to us? If someone has the right to raise their hands on you, you should have the right to put them in jail, because nobody deserves abuse again. If you cannot deal with somebody, you feel free to walk away, leave the person away. But when you come putting your hands on someone else, and you dare, and you know what I did? I walk away from my ex-husband. I walk away as a female woman. I feel like I was the man in it. And that's the problem I think majority of black men has with black women. Because let me tell you something. When you're not able to be the leader, the woman automatically will become the leader. And at this time, I feel like I was the leader into my family. He was just the provider financially, but he wasn't a leader. This man he couldn't hold a conversation without disrespecting me, without showing his anger issue, breaking things, acting like a crazy person. At that point, I said, this is a low-class person. I don't care how big is your degree. I don't care how big is your bank account. I don't want to be in it. And at that point, I didn't want to put the father of my children in jail. I didn't want my children to see their dad is a criminals. But I want to tell you, ladies, don't ever do that, because those people, you can't protect them. You have to protect yourself and protect your children. If someone is like that, you didn't destroy them, you cannot fix them. You can't fix them, because those people, they already destroyed, they already broken when they have a little bit of power. And that's the thing with black people, majority of us, because we've been to so much. We didn't, at a point, we couldn't go to school. We couldn't get access to things that white people have. But when we get a little bit, we think we high. We think we're better than other. We think we're not the same. We're not the same. We're different. And that's one thing that I've learned in this country with my ex-husband, and I see it with other people. That's why I am very careful when a successful man come to me and telling me, oh, I'm this, I'm that. I want to know how you make your money. I want to know how you were raised. I want to know your upbringing. I want to know your family values. I don't just want to know, oh, I made this, I made that. Because a lot of time when they this, they that, they think They are different and they have the power to abuse the world, abuse their sisters. And they know exactly the right networking to protect them. Until God decided to put his hand on them and said, enough is enough, I'm going to keep you there. That's when they stop. They never ever stop. Never stop.
Look.
Why you kept coming there, Ethan?
I was getting some water.
They never ever 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 stop. And I want to tell you right now, it doesn't matter about your skin color. It doesn't matter if you've been to something, you feel some type of rage. It is the time to speak up. Close the door behind you, please.
Okay.
It is the time to speak up. It is the time to find help. Because when you keep everything inside, this is when you just become so, like, you turn against everyone. And be careful what's that coming out in your mouth. Your mouth can bless you or destroy you, and it's in the Bible. Remember, when you do something, even if you scream on your children, yes, they're really good at hiding who they are. When I met him, BJ, he was the best man ever. He was this great man. He treated me so good, like I was a queen. I never ever thought this man could be like that. Once I gave birth to him, he becomes evil. After 3 days, I came from the hospital. He becomes evil. Even during my pregnancy, he started to be evil. So that's something that, if you just meet someone, you see the person doesn't want to take the time to get to know you, you have to start questioning. And that's something that I'm very, very careful. When I just meet someone and that person just like, oh, I can't wait, blah, 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 they ready to marry, they ready to do this. I'm like, slow down. And if you can't wait, move on. Because I will not keep repeating the same mistake. It will be really stupid of me. I fall into a drama king and a troublemaker, an abuser, a criminal, and now to fall into another one. No, it will not making sense. That's when it comes to learn from your bad experience and take responsibility and take time, be patient, and stop repeating the same thing. I met that young lady at the court to the domestic violence unit. That lady, my daughter was just acting out, because we were waiting on a line. And she's like, oh, why my daughter is acting out? She said, you don't spank them? I said, I spank not all the time. I don't really believe in spank. She said, you have to do like this and boom, boom. She said, I have seven. And I said, oh, okay. I was listening to her. And I didn't see, she has a young child, probably 2 years old, and she had a little baby. And she said, they do this, they do that. And she started telling me about her story. She said the first husband abused her, and he thought that the fact that she has children, she will never find a man. She got pregnant, she got a new one. I was like, you see how people trying to keep up with other. And I can tell you that lady, she lose it, because her child was walking and the young child was at the door, and she was just on the phone. I'm the one who went to pick up the baby and bring the baby, and people at the court was just like shaking their head. You know why? That lady, I like to use people experience. I like to listen to them. And like, wow. And say, God, thank you, continue to protect me. I'm not the smartest person in the world. I made so much mistake, but I've learned from my mistake. The best thing that you could do is learning from your mistake, not keeping beating yourself. I've learned to not continue saying, oh, why I did that. I know sometimes I have to say that, and I have to say, so that lady, you don't learn from your mistake, so you have to make 7 mistakes in order for you to understand. But you know what she was doing? She was trying to prove to the other man that I can get another one. Even I have children, I'm still good and I'm still beautiful. I can still have men make offer to me. You know why? When people trying to do that, you're gonna fall into the drama, into the trouble. And that's why I've been single for almost 5 years. I don't care, and I take my time, because as long as God don't send me the right person, I'm not going to fall in the same thing. People are scared to be alone. They're scared to spend time with themselves. They're scared to learn from who they are. Instead, they keep moving from the next to the next to the next to the next and repeating the same mistake. It's the time to learn from her problem. Learn, learn, learn. And black men, I wanna tell you, nobody like to be. Not all of you. I know there's good black men. I told you my favorite black man is my dad. I love him more than my mom. To tell you how I have respect for black men. My dad is a black man. But I wanna tell you, nobody likes to be disrespected and abused. Everybody wants love. Even you think that women, those gold digger, you think they need money. Actually, they need love. They probably were raised in a very poor family. They never had, or they never experienced to live a good life. I mean, not good life, a wealthy life, and experience what is money, and they want to experience it. At the end of the day, everyone wants to love. Whatever you want it or not, that's what we want. That's why you see a lot of women, when they ended up with a rich man, the man started abusing them, and they ended up in drug or they leave. Because nobody wants to be abused. So if you want your sister to come back to you, don't try to be the strongest man by abusing her, by calling her in court, by taking, oh, I'm the boss, I'm this, I'm that. When somebody decided not to go back to you, you can't force them. You cannot force them to come back to you. They have the free will. God even gave us as human beings our free will. So by you using oppression, manipulation, flying monkeys, all the shuns, it will not bring you that person. This is the time for you to take responsibility, to get help, to spend time with yourself, knowing something inside wasn't right. Why I like to be on top of people, why I like to be the boss for no reason, when the person just like a soft person, the person doesn't put any stress on me. Why I like to always pick fight, why I like to always be enraged. There's something that is not going on. When you always want to fight, especially as a man, you always want to pick fight, something is wrong. When you always want to intimidate people, I'm going to get my lawyer, I'm going to get this, I'm going to do this. Oh, you don't know who I am, I'm going to break you. Something is wrong. People are not attracted by evil spirit. We are attracted by smile, by happiness. Even when a woman said she's attracted by powerful men, she's not talking about this type of power. You know, the most beautiful man is the man who has the brand, they have the money, they have everything, but they also the most humble man. You think this man is soft, but inside he's a strong man. He doesn't need to put his physical strength on you, but he will use his power on you. Here, the stronger people in the world is the people who use the strength, the mindset, not the physical. That's why you're weak. You always ended up in jail because you think your strength is in your physical, or your strength is your money. I'm gonna pay this person to take care of you. At the end of the day, they always find you. The thing always come out. Last time when I had a mediation with that man, he asked the mediator. The mediator is asking me to sign a non-agreement thing to not speaking about abuse. Like, I'm stupid. Too late, my love. You abuse me, I will speak about it. If you really care. And the sad thing, I never want to speak about that, to be honest, at first. But the fact you keep putting pressure on me, pressure, I will speak up, because you know what? You have so much to lose. If you are a smart man, you know what you will do? You will make peace with the mother of your children. You will not continue to call the mother of your children in court. You will not continue to abuse your child when you're upset, slapping your child, doing those things. What's going to happen if you're not looking for help? You're going to end up in jail, and your own children going to hate you. So, I don't know how many of you are dealing with this type of issue, but this is the time you guys need to know how to deal with it the healthy way, because there's some type of people you're dealing with. If you are not patient, if you don't control your emotions, even they are the criminal one, you will be the one to go to jail for them. Because what they do, they put so much pressure on you. Unfortunately, the court system is very They don't understand so much, especially in Florida. If you're dealing with a narcissist person who has money, it's hard to show it to the court system. So you can get angry at your judge. Don't get angry at your judge because she doesn't understand herself. Stop eating cereals. You're gonna eat food. Stop. Stop. They're going to they're going to put so much pressure on you. So much. And you're gonna be angry. And what they're gonna do? You will go to the home, breaking everything, and get upset, calling them names, and there they show, oh, you see, that's how she used to act. That's how she used to be. But they stay in court very calm and call them. When you're not in court, they started cursing on your screen. Close the door, Ethan. Shade, close the door, please. And stop eating cereals. You ate already. And it's not an education, an institutional education. It's not a money problem. It's not a title, social status problem. It is a family issue. It is something that we've been dealing with forever, and we refuse to fix it because we're waiting on the white man to fix our issue. Not because somebody break you, that means they're gonna fix you. Sometimes this, in abusive relationship, the abuser break you, and he will continue to break you. He used to break you physically, and he will continue to try to break you emotionally. When you are dealing with an abuser, his goal is to destroy you. Until he kills you, he will not stop. So that's why you have to understand, as a human being, when you've been to oppression, you cannot wait on another person to fix you. You have to fix yourself. I know he doesn't sound good. I know it's not fair, but this is life. I understand that. When I left this relationship, I was protecting this man. But this man go in court, putting me on child support. This man go to court to try to put me in trouble. This man go to court to take my kids away. This man go to court to say I have to pay his lawyer. This man lied to her about how much money he makes. While he has 2 clinics, he said he make only $4,000 per year. And I do believe this man also pay my lawyers to not fighting for me. Yes, that's what he's doing. But you know what? BJ, I don't focus on him. I don't focus on him. I don't get angry. I said whatever he been dealing with, that's his problem. I always tell him, I said, when you are trying to destroy somebody who is stronger than you, you're putting so much pressure on destroying yourself. Because I might look small, but I'm stronger than him mentally. He knows that. He might have the power in the world. He has money, he has title, I don't have it. But he doesn't have the strength that God gave me mentally. And I refuse to allow someone destroy my strength. I refuse to allow a evil person take my energy. When he's doing that, I don't focus on him. I focus on finding a solution. He's paying a lawyer almost $500 hourly to fight for him. I'm fighting for myself. I am on my knees. I pray. I had 4 lawyers. Instead of helping me, they messed up the case. This Florida that we're living has so much corruption. If you don't know somebody, it will be hard to get things done. But I refuse to do things the wrong way, because you know what? I do believe in God. I wasn't raised this way. I will always carry my integrity with me. Because I know when I go to sleep, I can just put my head on my pillow and fall asleep. And when you keep doing things like that, and you walking like you are a good person, how you go to sleep. And be careful, ladies and gentlemen, when you just meet someone, you have to really you have to observe that person. Yes, Florida is very corrupt, especially Broward. I don't know if you know Broward County is very corrupt. Very corrupt. and especially he's a chiropractor. You know, chiropractor, they work with lawyers, they know all the lawyers. Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. But guess what? The time will come. The time will come. All the thing that was done in the dark will coming out in the light. All the thing that was done in the dark. Oh, you live in Jacksonville, you know. Yeah. So this man came to my home in April. He said, and that's why I don't like men who are, or women who are speaking out of their mind, because they're so angry. Those people, they are very, very fragile people, very dangerous people. They can do anything. They are on the edge to just do any craziness because they refuse to accept the truth. They refuse to work on themselves. They refuse to search for help. Instead, they're looking for someone to blame. People like that, they're very, very, very dangerous people. This man, he hates his mother. He hates his this. People who is walking with hate in their heart, they are dangerous. He has issue with me because I treat his mother well. And that's something that I want to tell you. You know why I realize black men, majority of us, we hate our sisters? Because a lot of us, we were raised in single family. And we know it's not easy for a single mother to provide financially and provide emotionally and physically. We have to give love for this child. We have to care for this, to bat this child, taking care of them, and also paying their rent. That's a lot of work. That's why God created us to be two, not one. Because when you're trying to do a job of two people by yourself, it's gonna be very, very difficult. Especially for the one who doesn't even believe in God. They think they are powerful. They can do everything on their own. So those mothers, they have so much stress. And a lot of people, when they have stress, they don't know how to deal with this stress. You know what they do? They started abusing their children. And I hear it. Black women all the time telling me that I have to, it's almost like abuse, hurting my children so deep. That's why my children don't listen. Children are children. When I was much younger, I went all over the place. I made my mother run all over. Children has energy. Some kids, they just more energetic than others. Not because a child is energetic, that means you have to always pick this kid. And guess what? Because those women have so much pressure on them, they have some women or some men, when the husband leave them, they're so upset and they turn against the child. They are angry. They have to provide for the child. They have to provide for the financially, physically, emotionally. They are drained. And I can tell you sometimes I am drained because it's a lot. But guess what? I said, God, protect me. I know how to deal with my stress. I put spa music, I go to my bathtub, I dance, I do something. I go for a walk, or I cook with my children. I do something with them. I take them out. Or I just let them be themselves. I don't just go slap children for everything. And you know why? When you keep slapping your children, when you keep abusing your children, those children, they ended up turning against you. And that's what's going on into our community. And let me tell you something, even when I scream on my kids, when they make me upset, when I have to put them to bed after we're praying, I said, I'm sorry. Today you make mommy scream on you. You know mommy loves you, but she did that because you put so much pressure on her. You have to explain to children what is the reason you do that. Children are not stupid, they understand. My son, he's 7 years old. He's telling me all the time. This morning he wakes up, he said, Mommy, I love you. He said, you are super mom. Happy Mother's Day. He said, I know you've been go through a lot. I understand what you've been. I'm like, what this children is saying? What this child is saying, he's only 7 years old. We think our children are stupid. They are not stupid. And I can tell you, for me, because I remember things that I remember for a long time is things that people did to me when I was young. Things that people did wrong to me as an adult, I forgive them. But as a child, I remember. If you eat, you didn't give me, I remember. I laugh about it, but I realize because since I moved to the US, I said I never heard how people against each other like this. I never seen it. Where this coming from? Black men against black women are no good. Now I understand. But ladies, we have to learn to take a deep breath. Us as black women, we have to do better into her emotion. We need to do better because we always think, oh, I'm raising a boy, I'm not raising a pussy. Let me tell you something. Boys need love. If you don't teach your son how to love, to be loving, he will not know how to share the love. I did 2 Nigerian men in my life. The reason why my first marriage is broken because he doesn't know how to share love. He doesn't know how to be he doesn't know how to show his feeling. He just know how to be tough. And if he's upset at you, you're the one who has to go to him. Even if he's wrong, he's right. Because that's what they taught him in his culture. The second one that I did, very successful, very smart, very handsome, that I love, but I couldn't. You know what? He doesn't have love into his heart. He told me. He's honest. He said that his mother never hugged him. He never had love. I don't know that, Mary. And I understand what I've been through. I don't have time, to be honest with you, to teach a 30-something years old man how to be loved. Because those things are parents who taught you that as an early age. But those jobs, that's mother's job. And I'm not ready for that to take a man. I'm already dealing with so much to take a man to teach him how to love because I have 2 children to teach how to love themselves. I have a boy and a girl. And we have to do better as women. We are human. We're not perfect. All mothers scream. But we have to know a mother sometimes when we are out of control who can tell us, this is how you can do it. I have a friend, she's like my guider. She always there when I like, oh my God, today was too much. My daughter, she didn't listen because I work from home. She's making noise. She said, Mary, you have to do this. You have to do that. You have to. She's giving me. That's why God doesn't want us to be alone. God put people into our lives to help us because we don't know everything. Someone might be better than you with children. Someone has some advice that can teach you. Don't think you are the superman mother, you know everything. And when you are single, you have to have those people in your life. Yes, they want a woman to just worship them. And that's how, to be honest with you, I did 2 Nigerian men. That's the culture. And I wasn't raised like that. It's the opposite. In my culture, the men, the Haitian men, both of us, the Haitian women cooking, cleaning, things like that. They take care of themselves, take care of their marriage, their husband, and the husband come. He is the man who opened the door, doing those things. I wasn't raised that the woman is the one. My mother-in-law said I have to put myself on my knees to ask my ex for forgiveness. I'm like, huh? After he is the one that do all his craziness. Some culture are messed up. And this type of people, there's no problem. That's your culture. You were raised like that, that's your culture, but don't try to put your culture into someone else who were born and raised differently. In that case, you have to marry to someone in your culture. Don't try to add culture. You put your culture into me. When I was raised in France with a Haitian culture and French culture, you try to add your Nigerian culture on me, it will not work because I would just walk away. You should marry to a Nigerian woman from Nigeria, straight from Nigeria, because a lot of Nigerian women who are here, they're not dealing with this nonsense. And I want to tell you, you have to learn how to separate culture and love. You have to learn that because your parents were like that doesn't mean it's right. There's a lot of things that her parents did that doesn't mean they did it right. You have to learn to be able to accept other people's culture. I'm not Nigerian. I learned how to cook Nigerian food. I've learned how to do so many things in Nigerian culture. But You can't even learn from my culture. You are so stubborn and stuck into your own. I remember my ex said the fact that I married to him, I'm no longer Haitian, I am Nigerian. Like, what? Culture is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. It's the way you deal with it, because some people, they take the culture to another level. They will say, if it's in this country, if it was in my country, you will be dead. If it was in my country, you can't do this. But I'm not in your country, I'm not even from your country. What do you mean by that? You are not even living in your country. Why don't you go to your country, take a person, and do exactly what you want to do? And not because they're doing it in your country, that means it's normal. And that is the problem that we have. This little girl, I know she's not gonna leave me. That is the, that is the problem that we have, because sorry, she is in drama right now. She is in her drama world. That is the problem that we have. That's my little mini me. You see her hair is exactly like that's me, my mini me. So that's my mini me too. So that is the problem that we have. Okay, that's enough, my love. That is the problem, that she is looking for attention because she knows that I'm speaking. This little girl is so smart. If you know, how do they call that? If you know Scorpio babies, that's a real Scorpio baby.
Hey guys, I was playing Roblox.
Okay, total, that's enough. Go, please.
What?
She, you know your sister, she's always doing that. Don't do like her. You older. Go, please. Now you can leave Mama. Mommy's talking. You can go play with your thumb. So that's the thing that I want. She is like that even when I'm on the phone. She is so smart. She knows what to do. And even her brother, if her brother is playing game on his iPad, and the brother doesn't want to play, she go and bothers him. I said, why you bother? And the brother get upset. Said, I wish I didn't have a sister. And she said, because I want to play with him, mommy. So she knows my bad way. And so, okay, Didi, mommy has enough. I have enough kids. Thank you. So that's one thing that I want to say, that we have to do better. We have, oh my God, Didi, that's enough. I think I have to cut the video because that little girl will not leave me alone. So we have to do better. We have to be honest with ourselves. We have to take responsibility. We have to be able to forgive in order for us to move, forward. If we keep going with this bitterness and thinking somebody going to fix us, and keep blaming everyone, when it's not the white man, we're blaming the black woman. When it's not the black woman, we're blaming her mothers. And I know, don't do that, please. I know that people going to do things that is not fair with us. The world is not a fair world. One thing that I've learned now, it's anything that I have, I compare it with a story in the Bible. My friend that I told you, who always helping me, she is a person who helped me with. She always have a story in the Bible, and anything that you're dealing with, there's a story in the Bible. So, thank you, BJ. So, if we refuse to search for help, because I was angry when this happened to me, and when I am in court and I see the unfairly, the men try to make me look like I'm the bad person. That's why bad people do. Why you open the door, little girl? You see she's looking for attention. That's what bad people do. When they do bad thing to you, they want you to be more upset. They want you to act crazy. Unfortunately, they're gonna do unfairly to you, and you have to fix yourself and to teach yourself. You have to forgive yourself and forgive them in order for you to grow, in order for you to be healthy. No. This is not gonna happen. Put it here, please. You're not gonna get anything if you don't listen to mommy. We're not going to the beach. So that's one thing that I want you guys to know, that even you've been to some craziness or your mother wasn't the best mother, nobody has a perfect mother. Family, there's always some up and down, but you have to put yourself, why mommy act like that? Maybe mommy never give her time to heal. Mommy never learned how to forgive dad, and mommy doesn't know she has anger issues. She just take it to another level. But mommy has to provide for her. She has so much pressure. I have to forgive mommy. I met this Asian man. He hates his mommy. He hates her. And because of that, this man, you know, when you hate people, how much energy he takes from you, and you cannot go. I'm telling you, my ex did so much thing to me. I forgive him. And I said, thank you, God. It takes a long time to forgive him. I feel so good that I forgive him. Thank you. Maybe, what is that? She's taking my fat perfume. Close for me, please. Close the door. Oh my God, don't get little girls. Little girls are troubled. Especially the one who were born in Scorpio. So, oh my God, this baby girl not gonna stop. So, what I want to say is, you have to learn that the person who hurt you will not be able sometimes to heal you, to ask for forgiveness. Till now, my ex never asked for forgiveness. Till now, he act like I am the bad person. He said I destroy my family, it's good for me. Now you're struggling, you're this, you're that. But he doesn't know that I look way much better. He see it in myself, because I look like a zombie when I was with him. No hair. I cut my hair. I look skinny, not because I didn't have food. And I call his big house a big jail. But he thinks because I don't have this big house, because I don't have the nanny, that I am like not in peace. Peace is the most important thing in her life, and health, right? When you live with when you are healthy and you're in peace, say thank you to God. Because you might have all this money, all these material things, but when you don't have health, you probably want to pay everything to get health. I can breathe, I can speak, I can walk, I don't have no disease. Why I care about this big house that I couldn't even sleep? Why I care? I can take care of my children. I have 2 hands. So why? Because I don't have a nanny. Why do I care? You know? So people, they don't understand that a lot of people who didn't have love, their parents didn't teach them what is love. They didn't teach them what is really a relationship is based off. They just think, oh, I have money, I provide her a big house like she's my slave. You know, I have thank you, BJ. I don't have nothing in it, believe it or not. I don't have no makeup, right? And God bless me. That's a blessing. Even those little babies driving me crazy. I don't know how I keep up with them. So even I don't have those things, but guess what? God gave me health. God gave me strength. God gave me everything that I need to survive. Not what I don't need, because the world said I must have that, right? So I want you guys to understand that. And because that you provide for your wife, you're a provider, you provide for the family financially, that doesn't mean you cannot be there emotionally. You cannot be the support. You cannot give some compliment. You cannot say that you're doing good. Thank you for being a good wife. Thank you for being a good mother. Oh my God, that child is too much. I need you to go because you're not listening. So that's something that that I wanted to share. And those men, I think what happened to him is when when I left, he told me at a point he wants to focus on his career, because he just opened the second clinic, I think. And you know, some people, when they started making money, they think they got it very well, because there's a lot of cheap women out there, gold digger, and they think, oh, I don't want a wife anymore. But I can tell you, there's nothing like a family. There's nothing like a family. And thank you, VJ. There's nothing like a family, you know. And when he truly realized outside there's nothing, and he cannot, yes, my love, he cannot find this good woman anymore. It's not easy. He become upset. He tried to get me with money. In April, he came back and saying, oh, I will get help. And I'm glad I didn't listen to him. because it was a lie. I will get help. I will help you financially. I will do this. I said, thank you, but I'm glad if you get help for your children, for your family, for your patients. Me and you, we already over. I'm on a different chapter in my life. I don't want to go back to you. He went back to court. You see? That's not true. Because someone who really wants help, even you say no, they will accept, they will respect your decision. They will not turn out to be an evil against you. And that's when you know people, they talking just to get you. And I told him, I said, God been provided for me. You never give anything. And he come home every week. I cook for him, for the children. I give him food because I know he's a businessman. He doesn't have time. He probably think I'm just this not smart woman. He doesn't give me anything, and I cook for him. Because people who didn't have love. Yes, he's mad. He's so upset. He is so upset that he cannot get me. He called me in court Monday to Friday. Oh my God. This man is upset. Me, I'm just there. I'm just there. I focus on my children. Even when he called me in court. When he come home for the children, I give him a whole thing of food for the week. He doesn't even say thank you. He doesn't even say thank you. He doesn't pay anything. But I said, you know what? God, Jesus, you did more than that. You give your life for us and we kill you. We didn't even appreciate you. So giving food to the father of my children, for my children, even if he eat it, this is nothing. Because God gave me the money. God gave me enough to give. And that's why I always ask God for extra. Because when you get extra, you have to give. Yes, so I wanted to say that. And one thing that I realized, people who hurt you, they expect you to be hungry. Don't forget, people who hurt you, they expect you to stay hungry, upset forever. I can never say this word right. They want you to stay upset forever. Bless you. Bless you. So you cannot move on. Why you can find Mary? Because those Mary are not easy, and a lot of times those Mary, to be honest with you, they're so nice and they ended up on bad men, and they want those Mary takes so much time to heal. Because me, anytime I've been to that's my first abusive relationship, by the way. I never been in an abusive relationship because that's why I didn't have no knowledge how to deal with it. Let mommy open it for you. So when those women like me, I have friends like me, to be honest, been to those things, it takes them so much time to heal because they understand the importance of healing, the importance of being good again, being free of bitterness. So they put so much into themselves to heal instead of looking for a boyfriend or husband, you know. And focus on the children. If they have kids, make sure that the kids doesn't carry the negative energy that they got from the other person. That's something that I said thank you to God for the dad he gave me and the mother, because it's hard. And I wanted to say, I didn't finish my what I was saying, that people who hurt you, they expect you to be they expect you to be upset forever. And if you want to make them upset, just be happy. Just don't worry about what, forgive them. And I think that's what made my ex-husband really upset, because when he come home, he find food, I'm not angry at him. I never ask him I need help, I need anything, because they want you to beg, they want you to suffer. This make him upset. Why she doesn't need me? I have money, I have title, I'm a doctor. Why she doesn't want me? Why? She doesn't have money. She doesn't have... They get upset because this type of integrity, respect, self-love that you have for you, they don't have it. They don't understand. And that's why when you see people is upset at other, talking down about someone, and putting others down, those people, they don't know what is integrity, self-esteem, self-love. Because when you love yourself, you love others the same. I can tell you, if I can give my love to people I see broken, hurt, if I could heal them, I think my best job would be a healer, because I hate seeing people going to the same thing that I've been through and still dealing with. I hate to see that. And this type of people, they don't understand love is the most important thing in life. Love is very, thank you. She left me. Love is very, 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 very important, because even in the worst moment in your life, when you are a loving person, you're a kind person, you're just happy for little things that you never think. Just looking at in my children's eyes, I'm happy that I have two beautiful kids. I am happy for them. I am happy that they can tell me, Mommy, I love you. I am happy that I can provide for them. I am happy that God gave me a good mindset. I didn't need to take drugs. I didn't need to drink alcohol. I didn't need to be upset and angry at everyone and hate all black men, or hate my whole community, hate everyone because something bad happened to me. You know, love can heal. Love is, that's why I wanted to say. So why now in her community we need love more than anything. I know we're so focused with the most educated people in the United States, but we have so much restriction. This is the time you as a mother to focus on healing too, learning how to form a group, a community to help your own. If I have a friend who is there for me, who helped me, even she's not there physically when I am like so stressed out. My daughter, she's a lot. My son, she's a lot. They 20 months apart, and they two against me. So to tell you, and I call her, she's guiding me, because she has a husband, but the husband works a lot. She has 4 kids and she's pregnant. She's so good with children. She's better than I. We have to agree we don't know everything, and we can learn from others. Don't think, oh, I'm not gonna search for help. And that's another thing they teach us in her community, to not searching for help, to not reaching out for help, that we think we are the strongest one, we are perfect, and when we ask for help it's because we're weak. No, it's not that. We need help. We need help from others. Even me, I have to learn that. If I don't know someone, like, it takes me a really, really long time to ask for help, because that's how we were raised. But those habits, we have to break them. We have to work on them. We cannot do everything on our own, right? If you don't have friends, just put your knees down and ask God for help. God will send the help for you. And I can tell you, God sent help to people who doesn't have help. And stop being bitter. People did things to you because we live in a world that has so much brokenness. We did so much sin. We are sinners, and that's why you see people, they're so evil, they're so destructive, they do things to even their loved one. So don't feel like everyone is bad, everyone is evil, everyone is just bad people. You're putting things in my hair, baby. Don't do that. So, and whatever you can share with others, share it. And you don't need to put someone down. You don't. And if you did it before, ask for forgiveness. And when somebody asks for forgiveness, don't think it's because they're weak. It's because they were so immature at a point and they realized they did something wrong. And that's the best thing you could do. You, the mature one, you ask for forgiveness. And keep moving. Keep moving. Stop putting your sisters down. Stop putting your brothers down. If you can help them, help them. If you can pray for them, pray for them. That's all we need to do. And we see, be careful, you're gonna break my computer, little girl. We see that's what's going on with people who speaking bad. You see, words has power. Words has power. Things my ex-husband did, he slapped me one time, and he pushed me when I was pregnant. I don't even remember. I remember, but they're not the one that hurt me the most, who really took time for me to heal. That was the words that he used that hurt me deeper. Words has power. That's why they said emotional abuse is stronger than physical. People never understand that until you go through it. Oh my God. Go look, I have some paper for you to do homework. Look, mommy bought this for you. Kate bought this for you. Let me get it. 1 second. She is a whole nother baby now, because she needs my attention. Look. You gonna, can you do mommy, please? Can you do mommy? I'm not dealing with that. Look, I have paper for you because you said you, no, not my computer. I have paper for you.
No.
So all this thing, come Dede. All this thing that we need. Shade, look. You see now she goes to bother the border. That's what I'm dealing with every day. And I still don't turn crazy. Hey, Shade. Come, my love. Come get the paper. Can you do mommy, please? Can you do a dress for mommy? I'm gonna go because that child, she saw that I am alive. She clearly focused to for mommy to just give up. That's what she does. Shade? Yeah. So I hope guys you learned something from me. I think life experience is the best experience ever. School cannot teach us experience. That's why when we go to school, they make sure we have some internship in order for us to understand what will be prepared for. And my experience really taught me a lot. And we see so many of her brothers. Hey, Ton, why are you screaming like that?
She is so mean.
Shade, leave him alone. Okay, mommy's coming. I'm leaving. She's on fire. This Scorpio baby is something else. Bless.